Hi guys, welcome back on my channel. I'm Kimberly, the 100% unofficial Basherqueen, and in this video we are building the differentials for my Strato 8S. And we are building differentials from full hardened steel, which means hardened steel spring and pinion gears and spur gear and hardened steel internals. And we are using such an aluminum diff housing, and how to mount this properly so that it's not falling apart I show you in the video. In the last video I showed you how I made this carbon fiber adapter plate for the Max 6 speed controller so that it fits in the Arrma 6S chassis, and if you missed this video there's a link up here. Guys, I'm showing you which parts I'm using for my center differential for my Strato 8S. I'm using this hardened steel hot racing 50 T's spur gear, the hardened steel internals from GPM. I'm using this hot racing aluminum diff housing, these ceramic bearings, and my nickel plated heat treated outdrives. And for the assembly, this is my trick, I'm using these 3mm grub screws. Okay, let's start with the assembly. First, put on the bearing. And these are ceramic bearings, they are running very smooth. Next, we use these outdrives and we put one of these washers, which comes from the Arrma's version 4 on over here, because these are holding back the bearings so that the bearing is not coming off and going into this direction. So these are very important, these washers. Next, long fingernails. Next we have the O-ring, which comes in here. And onto this O-ring you have a second of those washers. So, and now comes the little bit tricky part. We have to insert the pin, and I use pliers to do that. First I push in this a little bit, and I find the spot where I align the slot with this part of the diff housing, and then the pin goes in here like this. Make sure that it is centered, and now I put on the one spider gear. So now this part is finished. Now we put together the inner part, and we make sure that we don't forget these washers. So, but now comes the tricky part. The sealing, I put this on first. Make sure that it is perfect aligned to the holes, and then I put in these 3mm grub screws. Okay, now where the messy part is over, you put these two parts together and put on these nuts to hold everything together temporarily. So, and there should be no bleeding, otherwise it was overfilled. And it's running smooth. So. And now we can undo this and get out one of these grub screws. It should be completely dry and there should be no bleeding out of the hole, otherwise the whole thing would be pointless. And now we can take the final screw, put on our Loctite, and screw it in. And the thread inside is dry and the screw is dry, so that the Loctite really holds up. So now with the opposite one, undo the nut a little bit, get out the grub screw, it should be also clean, and it is. Final screw, Loctite on it. It's a little bit too much, I know. And in here. And so with the other ones. So, and here it is. And this should not come apart anymore. And if you want to get this apart again, there's two good methods. First, you have to heat up everything with a jet torch like this. So, and because everything is metal on this thing, there's nothing that melts. If you heat it up a little bit, then use one of these small locking pliers to grab the screw head, like this, and then you can easily break the thread lock, and here is the screw. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, smash the bell button to stay notified, and see you in one of my next videos. Bye!